everybody, it's Lisa. I thank you for joining me today. I'm gonna have a fun little playtime with some scraps. As a lot of you may know, Rachel at Roxy Creations has been making these wonderful, or she showed us all how to make these wonderful transparent washi tapes that can be used in such a wide range of ways that it's just fun. And warning, as others who have done this have also said, once you get going on this, it's kind of addicting. I was doing this last night in front of the television, and I had to tell myself when it was bedtime to just stop. It was time to go to bed. So these are the ones where I started gluing some scraps down, just tearing pieces off and laying them out, glued them down, and I haven't completed them or stamped on them yet. I first wanted to show you how you can just start gluing things down and the kinds of things that you can glue down. What I'm using here, you can use vellum, but the thing to remember with vellum is when you stamp on vellum, you have to let it dry really well afterward, otherwise it can smudge. And vellum inks take a while to dry on vellum. It's just not porous, so that's why. What I'm using here today is tracing paper. So let's get going and playing with this. I've got my big bag of scraps out, and I'm just gonna pull a bunch out here so I can see what I've got. And I know that I have some beautiful scraps left over from my digital kit that I used from Sweet Pea Curiosities, the vintage blue kit that I used for my blue peacock journal that I just did. Was so happy with how that turned out. Working with these kits was just a ball. Too much fun. I want to get this postcard word off of here. And then what I've just been using for glue is my my magic blue oohoo, mind you. That is not blue. What happened? I don't know. Just kind of makes you wonder. Something happened at the shop. So I'm just gonna tear off some pieces of this. Play with this one first. You can use a tear ruler, you can use your fingers. It doesn't have to be perfect. In fact, I think it's more interesting. The less perfect it is, the more perfect it kind of makes it. Perfectly imperfect. And then maybe let me tear these white edges off first. The white edges were interfering with my creative mind. You could ink the edges of whatever you're tearing off. Whatever you want the end result to look like. Again, this is one of those no rules kinds of things. I'll just cut off these little hangy over pieces when I'm done. And you wouldn't have to. Maybe I won't. So I'll do a little of that on that one. I'll use up the rest of this on another one. Just a wonderful way to use up scraps and end up with something very usable and what's the word I'm trying to find? Versatile when you're done. Super fun. This would be a fun thing where if you have kids and you want to sit and craft with them, this would be a great thing to do with kids. I I have no kids at the age anymore that will craft with me. Not that they ever would have anyway. My boys were not artsy creative. I don't think I could have gotten them to do this when they were little. So I would borrow my friends' girls and they would craft with me. Doesn't that sound pathetic? Can I borrow your kid so I have somebody to craft with? One of our friends, their daughter, really loved to craft, and she was amazing. She could craft the entire day. My kind of girl. Just want to use up these last couple pieces. It doesn't matter either if these are right side up or upside down. The point being, just making a background that's interesting. And then when you have it all done, now what you could do is you could put like, I guess what would I call it? Like more permanent, the more decorative embellishments on them right away, like your focal points. That's what I'm trying to say, your focal points. You could do that right away, or you could wait until you know what piece you're going to put it on for sure, and then do a focal point. And I think that's what I'm going to do, is I'm just going to hold off on doing a focal point. I'm just using some book page scrap that I had laying around in here. Pardon me. It's fun to overlap them. Page is starting to get a little sticky. Let's see. I think that would be super cool right there. And warning, once you get going on this, you're gonna really be addictive, and then you're gonna start going through glue like there's no tomorrow. So there's that. Let's see what else I have in here. What did I just see? Nah. The other thing that would be really fun on here are scrap pieces of doily. I just don't have any scrap pieces of doily right now, which is almost kind of weird, but I tend to use those up right away. I like using, these are my scrap pieces of coffee dyed composition notebook paper. I just really like how these look on here? They make really interesting backgrounds. Whoa. And I usually do things in threes somehow. Can you hear my husband downstairs talking to the dogs? One of them must be outside and she doesn't want to come in. So he's trying to work his magic on talking her into coming back in the house. Where else do I want that? Yep. Do I want this one here? I might want that one there. And then this little fella here. Yep. Whoops, I munched it. Unintentional munching. Sometimes it's intentional. All right, there's that. I feel like I need a little more. I'm gonna get these out of the way. Something else that might be fun on there is some of this packaging paper that's nice and crunched. In fact, what I'm going to do is crunch it up even more. And then what might be fun whoops. What might be fun is go like this. Grunge it up a little bit. There, just a little added color, not a lot. Just enough for some extra punch. That's cool. And it might seem a little weird right now. It might seem like, well, that's a little vacant or unimpressive, but just wait. We're gonna do more. Sounds like some kind of a sale ad. And wait, there's more. For just $19.99, you can also get or for your crafting needs. You can tell it's getting later in the evening. I'm getting a little punchy. A little weird and punchy. Okay, I'm gonna break my rule and do 4 because what I don't like that I did, is I had 3 along here. But when we use these, we'll be breaking it up anyway, so you won't see that it's odd or even. I guess that really doesn't matter. One more little one down toward the bottom, maybe. Like that. Sorry I get quiet when I'm doing this. I kind of just get into a zone. That's just how relaxing I find it. Puts me in a zone. Okay, so you can do as much or as little as you want, but I'm gonna just leave these to dry like that. And what we're going, didn't screw my glue cap on evenly. Okay, what we're going to do then next, get this out of the way, is I'm going to stamp these other ones. Okay. Oops. All right, so I've got a variety of stamps that I wanted to try. I've got some splats, I've got some script, there's even some labels, and I've got this fun grid stuff. There, you can probably see it better that way. We can try that. Here's some music. And then there's some scripts on here and some words. But the point being is this will be kind of, the stamping is meant to be in the background because later on we'll be adding some focal points. Some of these I wanted to do in browns and some of them I wanted to do in blacks. I think these are the 2 that I will do in browns, and these are the 2 I will do in blacks. I'm going to do the black ones first. And let's see, what do I want to use? I'm going to get an acrylic block. I just do better that way. If I don't, I tend to get it all kind of cattywampus. And a few of these I've not used. I got these in like a journaling box, subscription box that I tried. I'm so sorry, but I don't even remember who I got it through. But these stamps that came with it have been so much fun. I wish I could remember who I got it through because I like it. Now, what's right side up and what's upside down? Well, that's right side up. Okay. I'm using my VersaFine ink. Oh, I need to hold it down better than that. Goodness. Oh, and I just stuck my hand in the ink. Craft hazard. Let's try doing a second generation stamp. I almost like the second generation stamp better. Okay, that's that one. Let's try another one. But you see here what I mean about letting that dry? This is a pretty juicy pad too. What else do I want to use? I'm going to try one of these grids. Maybe there's this one that's like these little hash marks. I don't want to use the whole thing, but because I prefer it second generation, I'm just going to stamp it off a little bit. Now, with this, I'm going to go vertically. Oh, yeah. Let's try a third generation. I like it. My gosh, you guys, this is like way too much fun. Okay, I'm going to call this one done. That is fun. I'm going to lay this over here to dry. Let's try this one. Let's try something else. Let's try these little splats. There's these little dots. I'm going to do that definitely second generation. That's fun. I don't know why I don't use this stamp more, because every time I get it out, I really like it. It's fun. Okay, so there's that one. What else? I want some words or music. This one, maybe I'll use the music. Now this one I probably won't put on the acrylic block. Well, that was crooked. Doesn't really matter. Like that. I'm going to put something else right there. But what? What? Let's see what else we got in there. Got this little rosemary. There. I'm calling this one done. Okay, now on the other two, let's move to the coffee ink. This is a permanent waterproof archival ink. I'm going to pull this over. I'm going to have black ink and the coffee ink. I'm fixing to make a mess. Okay, let's put that over there for now. And then on this one, I'm going to use some words. And why is it that I can never stamp and not make a mess of myself? Oh, it's not sticking. That just means what I need to do is do a good cleaning on this and it'll stick again. I like this coffee colored one very much. Very, very much. I hope I'm in frame for you. This one I'm going to do this way. There. There's that one. I'm going to add a couple more to this. This one I'm going to use this little parsley piece. Fun. And I'll put the parsley piece here. Like that. Let's keep playing around. Just thinking. You haven't lost me. I think I want some more splats. We're going to do coffee colored splats, and let's use a different splat. I'm going to use a bigger splat. Oh, wow. That guy was stuck down on there pretty good. That's fun. Hi, Pearl. My dog just came up here for a visit. They've been chewing on Wally sticks, so she may need a drink. So as soon as I'm done here in a second, Pearl, we will go and get you a drink. Okay, girly? Okay. Can you be patient just a couple minutes? I think you can. Okay, one more down here. Love this. I think this one so far, or these, with the coffee color, I guess is what I'm trying to say, are my favorites. Are they your favorites, Pearl? I know. Can you hear her panting? One more stamp. All right, all right, all right. All right, everybody. That is how you make these. And in upcoming videos then, we will have these to use in our upcoming projects. So that will be nice. Thank you so much for joining me again. Our number of subscribers has been growing fantastically, and it's so much fun for me. Click like, please comment. Love reading what you have to say, and continue to follow Junk Journal Gems.